Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In this video, I am going to make a tag. And this tag is for a challenge being hosted by CreativeWings. I will link her challenge video down below so that you can check it out. Super simple challenge. All you have to do is create a tag that is 8x5 and it's in your style, so it's maker's choice, which is always wonderful. And she only asked that it be just decorated on one side and that it not be too bulky. And there's plenty of time to participate, so definitely go check it out. So I am going to make a tag using some chipboard, wallpaper, a Tim Holtz paper doll that I colored using some speckled egg distress embossing glaze. My first time using it, absolutely love it. I will show you a close-up of that. And I also am going to use a sentiment from the quote chips, also by Tim Holtz. And here is the sentiment chip, quote chip, I guess, right? that I am going to use. I decided to use wallpaper because I have a lot of it. If you follow me on my Instagram, then you know that I hit the jackpot, the mother load of mother loads of wallpaper samples from my local paint store. I just called and asked if they had any sample wallpaper books they were getting rid of, and they said sure, come on over, get them. And when I showed up, there were like over 80 books. Yeah, I have a lot of wallpaper. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it all, but story for a different video. What I did was I had some very lightweight chipboard. I cut it to 8x5. Just created some little corners here so that it looks more like a tag. This is wallpaper, believe it or not. I'm going to be layering wallpaper is what I decided to do. So I had this beautiful sky wallpaper. I also had some green foliage type wallpaper, which I trimmed out, kind of fussy cut, but very loosely. And then just to have more layers, I have a different green wallpaper that is going to act as a ground for my paper doll. And this is actually one of my favorite ones. I love this little ballerina. She is so cute. I will do something like this. I will add the quote chip. Quote chip is a little thick, as you can see. So what I tend to do is I peel off. I started to peel off and then thought maybe I should show you how I do it. I just basically peel off some of the chipboard backing. Don't really need it. And there we go. Of course, I'm going to use some of my distress, or I should say my archival inks, to ink the edges of all of the layers and glue it together. So it's a pretty simple tag, but it's my favorite type of project to create. I love, absolutely love creating little scenes like this. It just brings me joy. It's what I love doing. So that is what I'm going to do. Let me share with you some of the wallpaper that I have. When I tell you I have 80 books of some of the most gorgeous wallpaper, it's crazy. But these are just some of the pages I pulled out from a couple of the books. Can you imagine? I have so much of this. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't even begin to cover what I have. It's like a big wow. I'm definitely going to have to figure out what I want to do with all of it. I certainly don't want to keep all of it. I would like to share some of it. I just have to figure out how to do that. So there you go. So let's ink up the edges, and then we can go ahead and glue. I can glue the base layer onto the chipboard and then trim it before I ink it up. So let's go ahead and do that. I am going to use my Fabric Fix glue only because it is vinyl wallpaper. So I hope everyone is doing well. Of course, it is Sunday. Sunday is fun day. For me, this is the first time I get to sit in my craft room in a little bit. Boy, this glue is slow. Just been keeping busy doing stuff with the family and just work. Work has been so insane, but you know, I'm thankful that I am employed, right? With this economy now and the pandemic and all this craziness, it is better to be busy than out of work. That's for sure. This glue, goodness. It's gotta flow better. Come on, mama. All right, this glue's killing me. Let's try the mono. Got my second shot of the Pfizer vaccine on Saturday. My husband also got the second shot. My daughter got her first shot. We are all doing well. Oh, actually, let me... yeah, we can do it. Well, yeah, we can do it that way. Let's turn it so we see more clouds. Maybe. I don't think it really much matters. We are doing well, except for a little achiness on the arm where we got the injection, and just a little, seemed to be dragging, like just a little tired. We are okay. I'm using my brayer just to make sure that there's contact between the wallpaper, that glue, and the chipboard. I have been wanting to sit down and film this video for a good long while. But have not been able to do that. I'm just wiping away some of the excess glue there. And from my scissors too. Okay. Now that is adhered, we will use, let's use some vintage photo. I'm going to use the archival ink in the color vintage photo, only because I don't want the ink to reactivate. I want it to be permanent. will be the next layer. That one I think I'm going to use my green. I want to ink the edges, but I wanted to be the same color. Just kind of tone down the brightness a little bit and kind of distinguish the different layers without screaming, here's a different layer, if that makes sense. I don't know, I just feel that it adds a little bit of dimension to it, a little bit of depth. Could just be my mind, my eyes, but that's how I feel, so that's what I'm doing. Can hear my husband marching around upstairs. He's getting ready to watch The Walking Dead, so don't be surprised if you hear him yelling down for me. Is what he does. I mean, I love my fabric tack, but it's such a thick glue and it doesn't really flow, and you have to squeeze so hard to get it going, and it actually hurts my hands. So I'm thinking this glue will be just fine, but really do wish the fabric tack would be a little more cooperative. Hope I'm working on the camera. Let me stand up and take a peek. That would be so sad if I wasn't. Okay. Then I think for that layer I might use the vintage photo. Just be a little light, not so heavy-handed. I like to ground my images. I don't like free-floating images. That's just my thing. Perfect. I think Rosie said she was going to make a book with these tags, so I'm debating if I need to punch the little hole at the top. I will investigate that further before I actually punch the hole. I love that. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely love that. So I could take my scissors . Trim any overhang, kind of clean it up a little bit. Go back in. think I need to press a little bit here. I'm going to give it a few days before I mail this out. Make sure that glue worked. If not, I'm going to have to suck it up and go back in with my fabric tack. Last thing I want is for this thing to fall apart. That would be terrible. Terrible. So as I said, I used embossing glaze for the first time and I absolutely love it. This is the product, is the Distress Embossing Glaze. This is in the color Speckled Egg. So essentially it acts like embossing powder, but it's not opaque, it's more translucent. So you can see, it's like a glaze, right? Gives a little bit of color without covering up the details of the image. Like you can still see the details of her tutu. Absolutely love it. I use the color Speckled Egg, and then I use some Vintage Photo just to clean up the edges some. So loved it. You're supposed to use like an embossing ink to have the powder adhere to whatever you are putting the glaze on. I had a Versa marker and I used that and it worked just fine. So I love that. I decided to go with the Speckled Egg to pick up on some of the blue right up here from the sky. Just so that she wouldn't blend too much into the background. Absolutely love that. We need to distress this quote chip. So I think what I will do is contact CreativeWings and see if she wants to hole up there before I actually punch the hole. But that's what I want to do. So I think I will put down the quote chip first. Lord, let's try this glue again. Okay, now it's moving a little better. Man. I can make these types of tags all day. Absolutely love this. Let's see if we can get her stuck on as well. You might hear my husband call down for me. It's about time for The Walking Dead. It's not The Walking Dead, it's Fear the Dead. Fear the Dead, something like that. It's one of the spin-offs. So I am going to stick this lovely little lady right there. I love the way that turned out. The world needs who you were made to be. Now, once the glue dries, I might go in with a fine point in black and just maybe outline her a little bit more so that she pops a little more. I don't know. Still up in the air about that. But I think I have a very good base here. I'll put my information or one of my cards on the back. Where is my marker? Not my marker. Sorry, I'm going to go out of frame here. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. All I'm doing is just erasing some marks that are on the page. So what happens when you use inks and you have inky fingers? There we go. Sometimes you get marks you don't want. I use magic rub if it's something that's a little more difficult and it's on plain white paper. I might use the sand eraser. I try not to use this on pattern paper because it will rub the pattern right off. But that is my tag. If Rosie requires the hole, I will make a hole and add some ribbon. Lord knows I have plenty of ribbon in my stash, but I think you get the idea. Here is my tag. Rosie, I hope you like it. Definitely, my friends, go check out her challenge video and subscribe. She's amazing, talented, mixed media artist, just all-around artist. She is just amazing, and I enjoy her videos. I know you will too, so definitely go check her out. Even if you are not interested in making a tag, just go over and show some love, support, right? That's what we are here for, to support each other. So thank you, my friends. I truly do appreciate you, and I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time, bye bye.